So I can't swim. Well, not exactly. See, since 2013, I've always been more of a weightlifter, and aggressively so after 2016. Even to this day, I would say 90 to 95% of the time, I still go to the gym about 6 times a week. Now, however, I recently signed up for a triathlon, and it's this Sunday, March 21st, 2021. Unlike weightlifting, where you only need a pair of workout clothes and a gym membership, triathlon training is not as affordable. However, I decided to take the plunge because I recently made a rule that if it's health related or if it's better for my knowledge or whatever, that I'm not gonna let money be the biggest reason as to why I don't do it. And I decided that a reasonable amount that I can maybe set aside for this new hobby would be about $3,000, giving me around $1,000 per activity in a triathlon. If you're not familiar with the triathlon, it's an event where you start off with a swim and then cycling and then running. So I'm splitting my $3,000 between each of those activities. Beyond that, I think the better question is, how did I get in this position?
Sketch. How did we get here?
So back in October of 2020, one of my close friends was training for an event similar to a triathlon and had asked me to join him, to which I swiftly said,
"No way."
Now granted, when he asked for the reason why I said no to his invitation, I kind of stuck to my default answer of, well, I can't swim. But in reality, I knew that if I just put in some effort in a few weeks, I'd be able to swim and be able to participate in this as well. However, the real answer was that I did not enjoy cardio fitness such as running or biking or anything that's involved with an extended amount of training during any given session. But I decided that regardless of me doing the triathlon, it'll be worthwhile investment to maybe get a pair of running shoes as opposed to the Converse that I've been running in whenever I do decide to go on a run. So I went to Run On, which is just down the street from my place, and got fitted for a pair of running shoes. I actually ended up getting the Adrenaline GTS 20, which funny enough are women's shoes. But who cares? Casey Neistat has done so as well. He wears women's shoes while skateboarding. And Casey Neistat's cool. And I like to think I'm cool. We share the same bird. Anyway, I bought my running shoes for about $91.47, tackling towards my $3,000 budget that I have. Now, of course, after my shoe purchase, I had to buy the next piece of this journey, which is the bike. And which is probably the most expensive part of anything that you need to purchase in any of these activities. I went to Richardson Bike Mart where I was fitted for a bike, and unfortunately the bike was one of the more expensive pieces. Generally they're about like $1,500 from the ones I was looking at. But a lot of this had to do with the fact that there is a bike shortage because we are in the midst of a pandemic. And a lot of people are buying bikes and trying to be active, which is definitely great. Knowing now my bike size, I decided to just slow down and not rush into buying a bike, but rather take my time and stake out, places on Facebook groups where people are reselling their bikes, or even Facebook Marketplace where people are selling their used bikes. And it's interesting because the bike market's very similar to the car market, where the resale value of a bike after purchasing and being used, almost 50%. And I was actually able to find a 2020 Giant Contend road bike for about $625 originally. And with some wiggling and some haggling, I was able to get the price of the bike for about $590, which was a huge check mark on trying to stay closer to my budget. And of course, you shouldn't be riding your bike without a helmet. And so I
But old. Hey, people are shooting at me. Wait. Let me put on my helmet.
I bought a helmet for $26.95, and I was able to do that because of the reward points that I was able to accrue from my Amazon card, which I would highly advise getting if you shop at Amazon often. I then, of course, bought a pair of cleats for my bike so I can clip on, and they originally go for $350, but they were on sale and I was able to get them for $148.75. And of course, water break, because that's definitely needed right now. Okay, of course there's more.
So much more.
I actually ended up purchasing a bike set bib after all of that, just so I can have the proper gear when I go for a nice casual ride in the sunset.
There he goes, off into the sunrise.
Yeah. And my friend was actually doing a collab with Endo Customs for a whole bike gear, and I actually really love the design and also wanted to support him. So that one was probably my over budget area that I went into, but it is high quality gear. And the bib and the jersey, they were about $145 and $165, and then $10 in shipping, which made the grand total for that $320. I then had to go buy an at-home trainer, which looks like this, and this is used for your bike if you want to just train at home. And seeing that weather isn't always accommodating here in Texas, because one day it could be sunny and perfect, and then it's a polar vortex. So for those sessions, I did it at home with the home trainer, and I bought that off Facebook Marketplace as well, and I got that for $200. Of course, I needed a place to store my bike, and living in an apartment, you have to get creative in these solutions. So I knew I needed to get a vertical bike stand, which I got from Sharper Image, which was about $100. And I'm a huge fan of it because it makes everything nice and tidy in terms of storing my bike. And of course, now that I was able to get all my gear for running and all my gear for my cycling, the last piece was left, and that was swimming. I ended up investing in a pair of swimming goggles, which were going for $41.14. And I ended up purchasing a buoy to help me with my swim, which was about $16. And then of course I ended up getting a swim cap, which is about $10. And then of course the most important part and the most expensive, which was getting a swimming membership to go swim at a pool. And the interesting thing about this is that most of your options are gonna be like your Lifetime Fitness or those big chain gyms. And I have my own gym at my apartment, which has everything I need, so I don't have a gym membership. So I kind of wanted to keep it that way as much as I can. But Lifetime has a pool, but it's $100 a month, which for the whole year ends up being about $1,200. But local in my community, there is like a community gym that you can pay for, and it was $350 for the year, so definitely saved me a lot of money in that territory. After which, I purchased a pair of swim trunks specifically for triathlon from Roka, which I had purchased for $146.14. But thankfully, while I was trying to get pictures for this video, I saw that those pants were going on sale, and I actually bought them just shy of a few days ago because my event's coming up. And they were about $40 less, and thankfully reached out to Roka, and they were more than happy to accommodate the discount to my purchase, even though it's before the sale. So I was able to get some money back, which is great. So my shorts actually ended up being $105. So I'll have the grand total somewhere on the screen, let's just say here. So yeah, way under my budget of $3,000. And I think this just goes to show that if you set a budget and you try to make it fit your budget, it's definitely doable if you have the expense of waiting it out, waiting for those good deals, and stalking Facebook Marketplace and other opportunities in the resale market where you'll be able to get high quality gear for the right price that fits your budget. So I think, even if you are new to triathlon and you're interested, don't let the fear of all the things you need to buy compound as like a one-day event, but rather spread it out in the course of a few months, and you'll be surprised on how low of a price you can get for all the high quality gear that you can obtain. Now, of course, this doesn't just extend only to triathlon. If there's any hobbies or things that you want to do or partake on, I encourage you to find ways to make it affordable, whether it be in the resale market or local resources that you can use to try things out. I think it's important to, whether it be your health or a new skill, whether it be music or a new hobby, it's important for you to try to see the options that you have to maybe make it worthwhile, and not let the barrier of, oh, this is out of my budget, so I can't do it, and just stopping there, because you may surprise yourself, because I definitely did not think I'd be able to beat my budget that I had set for this. I just wanted to share other elements of my life outside of finance and tech, but wish me luck, and I'll let you know the update as to how I do. My goal is just to finish, which I think I can do. Anyway, till next week, peace.